Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to English class. Yesterday I taught the stork and the crab lesson. Right? Did you remember that lesson? What are the characters of the story? What are the main characters of the story? Come on, fast. What are the main characters of the story? Send me answer. Fast, students. Come on, ma. Only one. Even one student is also not seen. Characters of the story, I don't know. Stork, crab, fish. These are the main characters of the story, right? And what happened first? Stroke was then it catches the fish from the pond and it ate it. But when Stroke became old, what happened? It is unable to catch the fish. So it thought of a plan. When he thought of a plan, what he did, it thought of a plan to eat the fish, how it should eat the fish. So one day it pretended that it acted that it was very sad and it was crying. So when crab and fish saw that, they wanted to know what happened to the stroke. They were curious, right? So snake, there is no character. Snake character not there in the story. Okay, so they became curious to know that what happened to the stove. So that's why they came. One of the brave crab came to the stove and he talked to it. Stove, what happened, stove? Why are you crying? Why are you looking very sad? Then stove replied that within few days this this pond will be dry up. So if pond will dry up, what will happen? All the fishes, crabs, whatever in the water, they will die. So that's why I am feeling very sad about you. Like that, Stork told to the fish and the crab. So they asked that to help the fish and crab how to go to another pond. So they asked that. So then Stork replied that there is another pond nearby. So I will take you to that pond. It is very deeper and even in the summer, hot summer also, it will not dry up. So I will take you to that pond. So they all believe that whatever Stork told to him. They asked him to take to the another pond. So one by one, the Stork took one by one to the another pond, but it was not taken to the pond. Just it was taking to one of the rock. There it ate all the fishes. So one day it was turned to the crab. So when crab's turn come, crab was holding the neck of the stroke. It was flying. So when it was flying, crab saw that there are so many fish bones are there on the rock. Then crab understand that this stroke is not taking to the fish to the another pond. Instead of that, it was eating the fish. The crab understood that and it hold with a claws. It hold the stroke's neck with the claws until it fell down and died. So the stroke was died and the crab returned to pond and told whatever happened to his friends. So this is all about the story. Today I am going to explain meanings. Okay? Meanings. First one, stork. Stork means another bird. A large winging bird. A large winging bird. Next, plenty. More than. Adequate. number or amount. Shed. Give off. Fourth one. Tears. Drops of salty liquid. Drops of salty liquid. That wet the eye. That wet the eye. Cracks. Short, broad. Short, broad. Crustaceous. Crustacean with the pincer. With pincer. Or sharp jaws. Next one. Curious. Eager to know. Eager to know. Sigh. Audible release of teeth. Audible release of breath. To express weirdness. Scared. Scared means frightened. Frightened. Write it fast. Have you written? Okay. I'm erasing first two meanings. So first meaning stork means a large wading bird. So I told you what is a stork. It is a bird which has a long beak. Okay. And next meaning plenty. Plenty means more, so many. Okay. Next meaning shed. Shed means give off. So it was pretending like that was shedding the tears. Give off means the coming outside. Okay. Next, tears. Drops of a salty liquid that wet the eye. Tears means when we cry, the water will come outside. That is called a tear. Okay. Crabs. Short, broad crustacean with a pincer. You know what is that? Crab means it is a crustaceous thing. It is one of the animal which lives in your water. Okay. Might you have seen that crab? It has legs, six legs. Okay. It also lives in your water. Next, curious. Curious means eager to know. So when the stork was pretending like it was crying. Fish and the crab curious to know that. Curious means eager. So they wants to know what happened to that. They are showing interest to know. Okay. Next, sigh. Audible release of breath to express weirdness. Just I showed yesterday what is sigh means. So breathe out with high speed. Okay, which we will release air at the time. Next, scare. Scare means frightened. Okay. Now, next meaning, pretend. Pretend means act as if something is real. Act as if something is real. So who pretend here? Stork pretend that it was crying. It was sad about those fish and crab. So it was acting that actually it is not happening. It is not going to dry up, but it is acting that the lake pond will be dry up. That means telling lies. Unfortunate. Unlucky. Unfortunate means unlucky. So why he called unlucky? Why? Because those fishes believed the words of the stork and they lost their life. Right? So the stork took all the fishes and it ate all the fishes. So that's why he called unfortunate friends. Unfortunate friend means here the meaning unlucky. Why? Because they lost their life by believing the stork's words. Next, claws. Claws means jaws. Sharp curved nails. Sharp curved nails. Claws means sharp curved nails. You know that crab have sharp curved nails. Curved means it is looking like this. Okay. So it has curved nails and they also have sharp nails. So that is called claws. Squeeze. Squeeze means apply pressure to. Apply pressure to. Pressure to. Squeeze when crab knows the fact about the stroke, it squeeze its neck. That means squeeze means give pressure on the neck with a claws so that it will fall down and die. Okay, should I write this meaning? Chalk. What is the meaning of chalk? Force into a narrow space. Force into a narrow space. Narrow space. Okay, chalk means force into a narrow space. You know that the neck of the stroke is smallest one, so it was pressure on the neck. That means in a narrow space, it put a force on a narrow space. Scrambled. Struggle. Struggled. Or for possession of something. Okay. Scrambled means struggle to do something hard. Okay. Right. Make it fast. Very fast, students. Shall I write those meanings? Completed one? Okay. Next we have pronouns, relative pronouns. You know, we are going through from 2 lessons onwards. We have pronouns, types of pronouns we are learning. Now it is time to relative pronouns. Previously we learned that demonstrative pronoun, distributive pronoun, relative pronoun, and what are the personal pronouns. We have learned. Now it is relative pronoun. Okay, relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun. We have 2 types here. First one, relative pronoun. Relative pronoun. Okay. So what is relative pronoun? The relative pronoun relates to an earlier noun or pronoun. The relative pronoun relates to an earlier noun or pronoun. Okay. Example. The boy who came to me is my cousin. Next example. This is the boy. This is the boy whom I met. Yesterday. She is the girl. She is the girl whose foot was burnt. The film which I saw was very interesting. The dress that I bought is very cheap. Okay, look at here. What is a relative pronoun? The relative pronoun relates to an earlier noun or pronoun. Okay, so it relates to earlier noun. That means it talks about the previous word. Okay, previous noun or pronoun. Look at the first sentence. The boy who came to me is my cousin. Okay, so here this relative pronoun talks about the previous word. The boy who came to me is my cousin. Here, my cousin. This word again relates back with this boy. Okay, it is talking about the boy. First, here we said the boy who came to me is my cousin. Now, one of the boy came here. Okay, so we are talking about that boy. Who is that boy? He is my cousin. Okay, so it gives relation. It first word to last word. It relates. That means joining this word. Who is joining to this boy and here? So whoever came here, he is my cousin. Okay. So it talks about relation between these two. Okay. These two sentences. That means here only one boy, but it gives extra information. It talks about that boy. So the boy came. We know that the boy came. Who is that boy? The boy who came here yesterday, he is my cousin. Okay. It talks about the relation. Next, this is the boy whom I met yesterday. So here, whom is a relative pronoun. So it is telling about the boy who first whatever we have written. I have written the boy. Okay. So it joins this boy. I met yesterday. It gives extra information. Okay. It talks about this boy. It tells about this boy first whatever I have written here. So I have written the boy. So who is that boy? It gives information here. I met yesterday. Whom I met yesterday. So this whom is relates back to earlier word. Okay. Next, she is the girl whose foot was burnt. So first I talked about the girl, one of the girl. Okay. So here, who is that girl? Whose foot was burnt? Whoever burnt her leg. Okay. She is that girl. Who is that girl? It comes to back to the noun. Okay. It talks about the girl. It gives information about this girl. Next, the film which I saw was very interesting. Here I talked about the film. Okay. So here, this relative pronoun is giving information about this film. I saw was interesting. Whatever the film I saw, it was very interesting. It is giving the information. So what is very interesting here? The film. So it again relates back to here. It comes to here. It talks here. Okay. Next, the dress that I bought is very cheap. Okay. So here I wrote about the dress. Okay. That is the relative pronoun. It talks about the dress. The dress is very cheap. Which dress? Which I bought. Which I bought. The dress is very cheap. Did you understand? So here it again comes to, it again talks about the previous word because of this relative pronoun. Did you understand? This relative pronoun is talking about the previous word. Previously, whatever earlier, whatever we had written about that noun, it is talking. Did you understand? What happened? Kanishka, something you are thinking. Okay, again listen. The relative pronoun relates to an earlier noun or pronoun. Relates means it is giving information about the previous word. Okay. How it is relating? Whatever I have written in the beginning this is a noun. Here boy, here also boy, the girl, and here film, dress. Okay. So after the relative pronoun, whatever I have written, so that is related to earlier word. Whatever the information given here, I have given the information here. First thing, came to me is my cousin. So it has relation with this boy, with this noun. Okay, how it relates? It is telling about this boy. It is giving extra information about this boy. The boy, if I say that the boy, you can't understand. Now I will talk. The boy who came to me is my cousin. That means it is the extra information. Whatever given after the relative pronoun, that information shows the earlier word. Do you understand? Next word, see this. Already I have written the boy. If I say the boy, you can't understand. If I give extra information about that boy, then you can understand that. Okay? This is the boy. This is the boy who I met yesterday. You know, I said I met one of the boy yesterday. That means who is that boy? The boy just now he came. No, this is the boy whom I met yesterday. I told you yesterday I met one of the boy. That boy, this boy, that means we are giving clarity about that boy. Okay. Next, she is the girl whose foot was burnt. So previously, might you have told about the girl. So one of the girl burned her leg, like that we spoke. Okay, but while the girl comes in front of our eyes, then how we introduce that girl is just I said that one of the girl burned her leg. You know that girl is this girl only. Like that we are saying. So here the information whatever given about that girl, it have relation with the earlier word. Okay, it talks about the earlier word which is noun or pronoun. Okay, next one. The film which I saw was very interesting. If I say the film was interesting, can you understand which film I am talking about? You can't understand. If I say the film which I saw that was very interesting. Okay, before I said that I have seen one of the movie. It is very interesting. Okay, so if I say I told you one of the interesting movie, so which I saw. If I say like that, you can understand what film I am talking about. The dress that I bought is very cheap. I'll say that I bought one of the dress. Okay. So now I'm giving information that the dress which I bought, it is very cheap. Okay. So here the object is talking about the previous word. How it talks about the previous word? Because of the relative pronoun. This relative pronoun relates to the object with the earlier word. Did you understand? Okay. Hope you understand today's class. Tomorrow I will explain interrogative pronoun. Till then, you learn relative pronouns and read the lesson and meanings also. Okay. Thank you.